Break over, please.
Hello, moms and dads and all learners. The Ministry of Education, JHS, brings your way Ghana Learning Radio featuring all the different subjects from Basic 1 to Basic 9. Subjects include mathematics, science, English language, social studies, and our world, our people. Oh, tune in at 3:30 every weekday afternoon on all radio networks across the country. Ghana Learning Radio with all other subjects is meant to support all learners at the basic level. See you.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio. If you just learn to read and read to learn on Ghana Learning Radio, I know you'll be great one day.
Hello, my cherished learners and caregiver. I know you are ready for another exciting lesson. For today, I welcome you to your first lesson in social studies for JHS 3. I'm Barbara Amoakukisi, your radio teacher. You can call me Auntie Barbie. I hope you have your books, your pens, braille, frames, and other writing and learning materials ready for today's lesson. We will be needing them soon. Adorable learners, please clap back after me to show your readiness. Well done. Thanks for getting your writing and learning materials ready for the lesson. For the next few weeks, we'll be looking at the unit, government and society. Our subtopic for today is government at the national level. What about it? You will find out soon. Social studies as a subject aims at addressing issues that affect the survival of man. For that reason, social studies prepares the individual student to be a good and responsible citizen. This is done by equipping you, the learner, with relevant knowledge, requisite skills, right attitudes, and values, so that you, the learner, can solve both personal and societal problems. Note that every topic in social studies addresses a social problem. For that matter, let us look at the problem that the topic government and society is addressing. The problem: there are levels of government in Ghana, and each has a duty to effectively manage our country. Nonetheless, it is important that citizens become aware of the political organizations and administration of the country. This will help the citizens to contribute meaningfully to the development of the country. I believe you would want to understand how Ghana is organized and administered, so you can also contribute meaningfully to her development. Good.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio.
Learners, before we start our lesson, I need you to name the head of the following institutions in your area. Please note your responses down. Which persons head the following institutions in your area? The family, the school, the religious organizations, the community. Now, check if you noted any of the following responses down. The family. We can have the ebusuapanyin, father, mother, and elder siblings. The school. We can have the head teacher, headmaster, or principal. Religious organization. We can have the reverend minister, pastor, imam, prophet, priest, priestess, or chaplain. The community. How do you call elders in your community? Do you call them Odukro, Ni, Nananum, Togbe? You are all correct. Well done. I hope you had these responses as your response for the activity. Dear learners, note down other leaders in your community apart from those we just stated. Did you mention the assemblymen and women, the district chief executive, the member of parliament of your area? Well done. Can you guess what we are going to talk about today? Is your guess governance, leadership, power, elders, or ruling? Good. I mentioned at the beginning of the lesson that we will look at the subtopic government at the national level. But what are we going to learn about the subtopic? Well, in this lesson, we are learning to describe the nature of government at the national level. Please take note of the following keywords because we will be using them frequently in the lesson. Listen attentively and pronounce them after me. Government, government. Society, society. Executive, executive. Legislature, legislature. Judiciary, judiciary. Good. Lovely learners, do you know what these words mean? Well, you will get a better understanding of the words as we move on with the lesson. For now, I need you to learn to pronounce them. Well done and thank you. Dear learners, what is your understanding of these two concepts? Government, society. Please note your responses down. Let us see if what you have noted down is in line with any of the following. Government. Government can be said to be an organized body of persons that are in charge of ruling, of affairs of a state, region, district, or even an organization. You can also say government is a group of people with the authority to govern a country or a state. You are also right if you say a government is a system or group of people governing an organized community, often a state. Well done. Now, let's look at society. A society is all the people in the country who create the governing bodies to their benefit. A society can also be a group of individuals involved in persistent social interactions. A society is a large social group sharing the same social territory and cultural expectations. Learners, I know your responses are related to the statements made. Well done. Bravo to those responses. Take your school for example. There is a head teacher, an assistant head teacher, form teachers, subject teachers, school prefects, class prefects, and students. All of the persons mentioned are leaders at different levels in the school. They all have a role to play for the well-being of the school. For that matter, we can say that they are persons governing the school. In the same way, Ghana as a country is governed by persons at 3 different levels. What are the levels? Well, they are government at the national level, government at the local level, consisting of the district assembly and traditional government. And then we have government at the regional level, which acts as a link that coordinates affairs between the national and the districts. As I said earlier, today we are learning to describe the nature of government at the national level. My dear learners, please take a moment and draw a tree.
Pause the playing, it's time for learning. The future is calling on the radio. Are you hearing? No, are you listening? School, are you missing it? Call your sister, auntie, cousin, ask them, are you listening? Ghana Learning Radio is designed to engage the children in fun and exciting ways. So mothers, fathers, and children, let's all gather around the radio.
Good. I'm sure your tree has branches and leaves, just to mention a few. Well done. Like a tree with parts such as branches and leaves, government at the national level also has parts, and they are known as branches of government. They are sometimes referred to as arms or organs of government. They are the executive, the legislature, the judiciary. Let us look at the nature of each of the branches of government. The executive. It is made up of a group of people who make policies for the country. They take decisions on issues in the country. Together with public servants, the executive implements laws and policies for the country. It comprises the president, the vice president, and the ministers. It is headed by the president, who is elected by a 50% plus 1 vote in a general election. For example, His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Vice President, and the Ministers of State form the executive arm of government. Where is the seat of government? That is the President. The Jubilee House. Well done, I'm sure you had it right. Let's look at the legislature. The legislature, it is the law-making body. In Ghana, it is called Parliament. How do we call members of Parliament in Ghana? Tell your caregiver what the members of Parliament are referred to. They are referred to as parliamentarians. Well done. Now, unlike the president, who is elected by a 50% plus 1 vote in a general election, members of parliament, thus the parliamentarians, are elected in a general election by a simple majority, meaning that an aspirant who gets a higher number of votes wins the elections in that constituency. Well done, I'm sure you had it right. The legislature is headed by the Speaker of Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament is appointed by the President and approved of by members of Parliament. Mention some of the Speakers of Parliament in the Fourth Republic. Tell your caregiver the names of the Speakers of Parliament you have identified. Did you mention any of the following? Honorable Reverend Aaron Mike Okwe, Honorable Justice D.F. Annan, Honorable Peter Alan Ajete, Honorable Joyce Adeline Banford Addo, Honorable Kingsley Alban Osman Bagben. Well done if you mentioned any of these. Where is the seat of the legislature? Parliament House. Bravo. Well done for that response. Now let's look at the judiciary. The judiciary is in charge of the administration of justice in the country. The judiciary is the custodian of the Constitution. The judiciary also interprets the Constitution. The judiciary consists of the courts, judges, and other judicial offices. It is headed by the Chief Justice, who is appointed by the President and approved of by Parliament. Identify some Chief Justices of the Fourth Republic. Notes a name down. Do you have Chief Justice George Kingsley Akwa, Chief Justice Georgina Theodora Wood, Chief Justice Sophia Akufu, Chief Justice Kwesi Enin Yebua? Well done once again. Lovely learners, we are almost done with our lesson today. But before then, let's take a task. Please take your activity book and open to page 1. I need you to take the task on page 1. At the sound of the bell, you may stop work. Your time starts now. Welcome back. Please check if your responses are in line with these. And I trust you were able to complete the task within the time given. The activity reads, write the organ of government that matches each image below. So there is a beautiful picture there showing the Jubilee House. Well done. The next picture is showing a group of persons seated, and that is Parliament House. Good job. We have the next one. It's a building, and that is the Supreme Court. Well done for identifying all these images. Now, I need you to try your hands at activity 2 during your private study time. Home task. What is the name of the member of parliament of your area? What does he do as a parliamentarian of your area? I need you to find answers to these. Adorable learners, what have you learned today? Please write down what you have learned today. Today, we learned, among others, the levels of government in Ghana, the nature of government at the national level. We learned that there are 3 branches of government at the national level. They are the executive, headed by the president, the legislature, headed by the Speaker of Parliament, the judiciary, headed by the Chief Justice. Well done. In our next lesson, we will talk about the duties of the branches of government at the national level. Do your research on the duties of the branches of government so you can contribute meaningfully to the discussions in our next lesson.
Today's government and society. And so I know you've listened attentively. I am just going to explain. Then I ask you to do some calling. Any part that you didn't get well, we explain so you get it. We should have started from Form 1, but because of the BEC ahead, we decided to start from Form 3. And I know most of the schools have already treated this topic. It is government and society. As I told my students, we can't all march to Accra to present our needs. And so, when you talk of government as a whole, it has been divided into 3 sessions, as the lady said. We are all living in a community or a society. So, we all know what a society is. If we don't, we are saying that society is an organized people living in a community. And as we know, even in our homes, our fathers are heading it. When you get to a family as a whole, we know of one of our grandparents or our grandfathers who is usually referred to as the Abusuapanyin. This time we are talking of the whole country and not our smaller homes or our family. That is why I have explained what a society is. Now when we talk of government, we have explained over and over. I know all social teachers, as at now in Form 3, we know what government is. We are saying it refers to an organized body or persons, institutions responsible for the running the affairs of the state. Now we learned in Form 2 that there is something we call constitution, and under that we learned the organs of government. Before this, we are saying that as the country is very big and our president, who is the head, cannot look at everybody, solve everybody's problem, it has been divided. Now, if you are in your community, when there is problem, we all channel our grievances to the assemblyman we have in our community. The assemblyman cannot man to Sunyane, which is our regional capital. he cannot march to Accra, he cannot go to the Jubilee House, meet our president and present our needs. So they are channels. Now we are categorizing everything into three. We are saying that we have government at the national level, we have government at the regional level, then at the district level. I hope you remember in Form 2 we discussed that at the district level we have municipal assemblies, we have district assemblies, and then we have metropolitan assembly. I know wherever you are, you know the difference. The smaller one is the district. From there we move to municipal, then we move to metropolitan assemblies. These people don't move our problems straight to the national level. They move it to the regional level before it gets to the national level. So the regional is just serving as a link. We send our problems to one, like time we have the district assembly, so we channel our problems to our assembly member. He will take those problems to the district chief executive, which we all know to be the DC. Then he will link up with the regional minister or whoever, coordinating director. Then they channel it to the national level. Now we learned under constitution that at the national level, government has an organ. I hope you remember. Your teacher told you it's either an organ of government or an arm of government. So in an exam, if you don't meet an organ of government and you meet arms of government, it is the same thing. Now the arms of government, we have three of it, of which I know all of you are aware of. We have the judiciary, we have the executive, then we have the legislature. I hope you follow the lesson very well. And so if you are asked at the executive level, which people comprises the executive, I hope you remember what to say. And then if it comes to the judiciary, you know what to say. And then when it comes to the legislature, you know what to say. I'll be coming around in your school to give me who the member of parliament for where you are, and then those people comprising the executive, I hope you can remember, and then you tell us. For the judiciary, you know we have the courts and then the judicial offices. So this afternoon or evening, I know you have captured everything, but for your assignment, of which I'll be coming around to check, you are going to tell the functions of each of the organs of government. I hope you listen very well, and we are going to meet again on Sunday.
Thanks for staying and actively taking part in today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed and learned so much today. Until next time, it's been me, your radio teacher, Barbara Amuakukisi. As I said, you can always call me Auntie Barbie. And I say to you, may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong.